What do you want?
To make a scene. You ready to watch that happen?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best Beth Dutton burns on Yellowstone.
Who the hell are you to judge me?
I ain't judging you, buddy. I'm hunting too. Just not hunting you.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most outspoken Dutton's most savage zingers, burning so badly that a branding iron couldn't do more damage. Which Beth burn is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Book smart, Beth smart.
What the hell?
Being a lawyer and would-be politician, Jamie Dutton knows how to win an argument, except when dealing with his family. Beth, in particular, is Jamie's most formidable opponent in the art of telling somebody off. To Jamie's credit, he delivers one of his best takedowns later in episode 3, comparing Beth to cancer, a disease that could very well claim their father's life.
You were so toxic. I can barely remember what you were like before you killed her.
But Beth is still on another level. In their initial encounter earlier, by simply looking at him, Beth reminds herself that Jamie isn't as smart as he makes himself out to be, at least in her eyes.
Every now and then you say something that makes me think you're smart. And then I look at you and that shock fades.
Sorry, Jamie, but Beth always gets the last word. Number 9. Beth goes shopping.
Wait. Don't go. You'll miss all the fun.
This rampage finds Beth at her nastiest and nicest. She's nice to Monica, standing up for her sister-in-law after she's humiliated at a fancy store. The sales clerks who profiled Monica get the opposite treatment in a satisfying fashion. The moment Beth announced her relation to Monica, Veronica the clerk knew that a storm was about to be unleashed. While Monica is willing to peacefully leave, Beth takes the opportunity to do some shopping.
Oh, that's nice.
Yet nothing could fully prepare her for Beth's wrath. Beth does some serious damage to the store, but she does an even greater number on Veronica's ego, recapping their school days and annihilating her appearance.
Spanx. What a shocker.
Honestly, Veronica gets off easy, as Beth could have gone even further if it weren't for Monica.
You're lucky she has a conscience.
Number 8. Hold Beth's beer. When it comes to tough love, nobody serves it better than Beth Dutton. At the bar, Beth notices a couple that's not exactly #relationship goals. Although the woman needs to use the bathroom, the man asserts that he's going first while she orders him a beer.
I'm gonna go first. Give me a beer.
The woman likely would have complied if it weren't for Beth's intervention. Critical yet compassionate, Beth tells the woman that she has more power in the relationship than she assumes. Therefore, her husband should be ordering a drink for her.
Never thought of it like that.
It's perspective.
With this newfound perspective, the woman tells her man that she's not taking orders from him anymore. There's a little Beth Dutton in every woman.
Order your own beer. And get me a skinny margarita with Tito's.
Sometimes, you just need Beth Dutton herself around to ignite that flame. Number 7. Right in the family tree. Dan Jenkins literally flirts with disaster when he's drawn to Beth. Following one rough encounter, Beth aims to hit Dan where it really hurts.
Oh, hi, Dan. Who's this?
Spotting him with his wife Victoria at a bar, Beth attempts to befriend Mrs. Jenkins. As far as Victoria is concerned, Beth is a barrel of laughs.
That's quite the shiner you got there.
He was in a car wreck.
Those airbags, they sure pack a punch.
What she doesn't realize is that the joke is on her husband, who tries to hide the awkward tension. When Dan's left alone with her, Beth tells her business rival that she's just getting started. After Dan, Beth will go after his wife and any other relatives you might have.
I am chopping your family tree down. Thank you.
If Dan continues to stand in her way, he can pretty much consider his family tree to be sawdust by the time Beth is through. Number 6. Bummer Summer. Even if they had met under casual circumstances, Beth likely wouldn't have gotten along with Summer Higgins, an environmental activist. A rocky relationship gets off on the worst foot possible when Beth finds Summer in her father's house. Beth thinks that Summer is an intruder. Summer thinks that Beth is John's wife rather than his daughter. And John, well, his morning just got a lot more complicated.
Now here's a situation I couldn't have dreamed up in a month of Sundays.
He introduces Summer as a welcome guest, which Beth interprets as prostitute.
Hope you didn't pay full price for that boob job.
Actually, God gave me these for free. Looks like he gave me yours, too.
While John convinces Beth to put down the knife, her words couldn't be sharper as the three sit down to an uncomfortable breakfast. What starts as a debate about veganism snowballs into mudslinging as Beth tells Summer to die in the worst way possible.
I hope you find a therapist who can help you.
I hope you die of ass cancer.
Number 5. Say her name. As Beth flirts with Dan at the bar, another man enters the equation. Taking a shot at Dan's age, the cowboy tries wrangling Beth away with a crude pickup line.
My grandmother used to wear pants like that to church. Thanks for the beer. You look like you're worth a ride around the arena.
Yeah? Think you could stay on?
Beth is in complete control of the situation, setting up both Dan and the cowboy for misfortune. After Dan takes one to the throat for her, Beth tells the cowboy to watch his language and hands. He doesn't seem inclined to accept no as an answer. That is, unless Beth has a gun to chase him away.
Better have a big pistol in that purse.
I do. It's called my name. Beth Dutton, what's yours?
Beth might not have a pistol, but her name alone is enough to scare the guy off. Who needs a firearm when your words are already like bullets? Number 4. Trailer park versus tornado. Beth finds another rival in Rourke Morris, who plans on plopping an airport in the middle of the ranch. During one of their heated meetings, Rourke makes a compelling argument for why they should be on the same side.
Fight us and you'll lose all your money and you lose the land. Or be the smart businesswoman you are and make us a deal that creates a real legacy for your family. $500-600 million. Generational wealth.
Although Beth can see the advantages of doing business with Rourke, there's just one problem. John will never surrender his land and Beth isn't about to sell her father out.
So we fight.
While Rourke knows that Beth won't go down without a fight, he seems confident of who has the upper hand. As they part ways, though, Beth assures him that she's the tornado in this scenario, making him the trailer park.
You are the trailer park. I am the tornado.
Rourke may be a fisherman, but Beth leaves him wriggling like a worm on a hook. Number 3. Massive misfire. Smoking is bad for your health, but getting on Beth's bad side can be even worse. As Beth demands to see Dan, the restaurant manager is more concerned about the non-smoking policy. Before Alfred can get more than a few words out, Beth gives him a stern lesson on the differences between being a ma'am, miss, and maiden.
Miss should really only be applied to a woman younger or just reaching marrying age, which in the era this bullshit became common vernacular was around 13. And since I am clearly beyond that milestone and I'm clearly not married, the proper term for me would be maiden.
Alfred had better choose his next words wisely, or else he may be headed for the old fork in the eye. After calling out the irony of the restaurant's stance on cigarettes, Beth gets Dan's attention.
Oh, looks to me like the whole place is smoking, Alfred. Unless the policy is just against me smoking, which I find hard to believe because I've never been here before.
If Beth wanted, she could have gotten a few free drinks out of the ordeal. As Beth ever so colorfully tells the bartender, though, Dan's money is no good to her. Number 2. Pencil size doesn't matter. Whenever a guy finds Beth alone at the bar, they always have preconceived notions about her. They might not be able to read Beth, but she can sum up their life story based on a few observations. Beth is generous enough to give one floundering pickup artist a chance to walk away with dignity.
Buddy, this is your one chance to leave me alone with your self-esteem intact.
Give me your best shot.
When he practically dares her to tell him off, Beth holds nothing back. Like a sassy Sherlock, Beth deduces that the not-so-gentlemanly caller is a professor, divorcee, and hypocrite who doesn't practice what he teaches.
And now you teach Zoom classes from the living room of your creekside cabin. And you lecture about inequity and the concentration of wealth and how it's decimating the middle class. All while you draw your six-figure salary and finance your dream home with a loan from the university that is 275 basis points below the loans that your students need to take out to listen to this bullshit.
Based on his response, it's safe to say that Beth got a lot more right than wrong. Just when the guy seems to be out of self-esteem, Beth throws in a jab concerning his pencil size. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Have you met Ted?
My name's Ted. Where are you from?
From the first episode, Beth Dutton establishes that she's not one to be messed with or hit on. At a bar, where Beth seems to do her best burning, a guy named Ted tries to buy her a drink. He also attempts to guess what brings her to this part of Montana. Ted isn't as close as he thinks, but Beth's deduction of him seems to be spot on.
My turn.
She concludes that Ted is a real estate agent, a father, and an unhappily married man on the prowl for a one-night stand. The city boy doesn't deny any of the above.
Who the hell are you to judge me?
I ain't judging you, buddy.
Beth also assumes that Ted is bad in bed. She doesn't stick around to find out, moving to a table with more cash to burn. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.